thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me.
What's up, guys?
This is Suburban Teens at a sleepover.
Welcome back! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, a pretty Hollywood home on a budget, and this week is our Super Slumber Shindig, rediscovering the lost art of a sleepover. Now that the munchies have been taken care of, it's on to the games. More specifically, a penny-pinching power player with proven productivity that's positively palpable. How's that for my EMPs? No cues asked. I've been fortunate enough, simple-minded pun intended, to have bought and reviewed many awesome Wheel of Fortune games for the house and for the road. And you guys can't get enough. I know that for a fact. I did a Wheel of Fortune game downstairs in the common laundry room of this apartment, and you, for the most part, didn't seem to mind. That's my most viewed video on this channel. But enough about me. It's all about this next offering from Imagination Gaming, which comes with its own GameStar app. Or so it did when this was released. The app is discontinued. Luckily for us all, there is a spinner and the power to recreate that puzzle sound effect that's given from birth. Dun-dun-dun-dun! Dun-dun-dun-dun! La-la-la-la! Or better yet, just snag that sound effect from YouTube and let the pros handle it. In any event, this Wheel of Fortune Imagination Gaming incarnation is for 3 to 4 players ages 8 on up. It was purchased for half off $1.99 from American Thrift Store in Passaic, New Jersey. Play America's game at home with your friends and family. You can use the spinner, or at the time that this was released, in 2020, when the world almost came to an end, you could have used the free Reel app, complete with sounds from the show. But aside from the spinner and the app, which is far gone, we also have here 150 double-sided puzzle cards for 300 puzzles in all. We have a green dry erase marker and a black dry erase marker, and a wipeable puzzle board card with instructions. I already showed you the spinner. We have all the requisite dollar amounts from $600 to $900, $550, $800, the 5,000 space, and of course, the dreaded bankrupt and loser turn spaces. 2 bankrupts, 1 loser turn. Oh man, that was a nail miss. 900. It ain't 5 grand, but every penny counts. These are the instructions. We all know how to play Wheel of Fortune, right? Try and guess a consonant, spin the wheel, buy a vowel for $250, try and solve the puzzle. You're gonna do this for 3 rounds, and whoever has the most money at 3 rounds wins the game. But I should also mention that the mechanics of every Wheel of Fortune home game differ from game to game. But still, the concept of gameplay is just so ingrained in our being that we can get it in 2 minutes flat. And this is no exception. But I'm giving you 10 seconds as always. "10 seconds. So those are your instructions. This is the puzzle board itself. This is for the host to keep track of how many consonants are used and not being used, how many vowels are being used, and the total winnings of all 3 players here. These are your black and green dry erase markers. The black one coming with its own eraser. You'll be using the green marker to mark down any unused puzzle spaces in here. The puzzle spaces that won't be active for certain puzzles. And with regard to the puzzles themselves, here they are. Phrase, we're off and running. Same name, bald and sweet spot. Fun and games, splashing in the surf. And phrase, we're having the time of our lives. And other examples can be found here on the side of the outer box. The sides here. Song title, Where the Streets Had No Name. Phrase, Just One Big Happy Family. Movie title, It's a Wonderful Life and What Are You Doing? Which is frosting a batch of cupcakes. No, that says cookies. Yeah, that's gotta be cookies. Cupcakes, cookies, we're gonna have to take off the green tag. Hey, it's anyone's game, which suddenly makes it America's game. Anyway, you know the drill. Pick a host, he or she mans the puzzle board, and channels the inner Pat Sajak or Vanna White, or, out of respect, Ryan Seacrest, whose performance as the new host, I have to say, is graciously decent. Spin the wheel, guess a consonant, and you win money for every instance of that consonant being used. At any point, you could buy a vowel. Regardless of if you get a vowel in or not, you pay $250. At any point, you could try and solve the puzzle, but it helps to have most of the consonants present and vowels on the puzzle board before you go ahead and solve. If not, your turn is over and play passes on to the next player. However, once all the consonants have been guessed, the players must try and solve the puzzle. They get 10 seconds to do so. If no one solves it, well, nobody wins any money. However, if anyone does get the puzzle right, then they bank all the winnings they have for that round, and that banked amount is saved, regardless of if you get a bankrupt on your next turn or not. So that's going to be that for 3 rounds, and whoever has the most money after 3 rounds wins. As I said, the mechanics for each Wheel of Fortune game do differ from game to game, but this is definitely one of the more simple, not to mention modern-looking games that's also fairly travel-friendly I've once again had the fortune to bring to you. And now, it's your turn. 5 out of 5 claps. Spin the wheel, Raggedy Man! Another fun incarnation of America's game wheels its way into the books. That's Wheel of Fortune from Imagination Gaming. Let me show you what's on deck for Wednesday. No sleepover is complete without a superb soundtrack, and this one is as absorbent, yellow, and porous as you'd expect any SpongeBob CD to be. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.